You are listening to House of Giants Podcast.
You guys are watching the House of Giants podcast.
Facts.
Today, you're with one of your hosts. ItsHymOfficialX. It's in the mother freaking building. Yes.
The fuck was that?
And your other host is
Man, you don't need the drum roll, man. Just a regular degular nickel.
regular Deckler. This is King Kufu, 2 Ks. He's just missing one more and it'd be KKK.
Facts.
But King Kufu is in the building. So, King Kufu, man, what's the topic of today?
Shit. The topic of today is
Drum rolls.
oh no. All right, bet. The topic of today is pretty much we're gonna be talking about being spoon fed or versus not being spoon fed and how you think that's gonna impact your future. Or if it does.
All right. Does being in a silver spoon environment versus a poverty-stricken environment, and does it affect your future? Of course. And you know, the reason why is someone that's in a spoon-fed environment, they got to do less. They got to do less to have the normal necessities. You know what, to be honest, the normal necessities, they already have it. So they don't understand what a poverty-stricken person has to do to get just that shirt on their back, to get that food to eat, just to be around other poverty-stricken people that got to do the same shit just to look good. Mm-hmm. But when you spoon-fed, everybody look good. So guess what that do to your morals? That's not something you got to worry about. So that's not an obstacle for you. But if you come in a situation and everybody got the new fucking Jordans or whatever is new, trending, and you the only nigga that ain't got that shit, you got some Ewoks, some fake Reeboks, that shit's old and dumb. You got some FUBUs, that shit's old.
Nice. FUBUs, fuck yous.
So when you got, of course it affects you. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, what you think? Do being poor versus being spoon-fed affects your outcome? What you think?
I say it may affect you getting to your outcome, but it won't affect the total outcome. It may make it easier for you to get there, but versus the poverty person, you know what I mean, it's really just based off of the person, how you gonna play your hand. So if you play your hand right, no matter whether you were spoon-fed or not, you know what I mean, you still got that same potential to get to the person who was already spoon-fed. Is it a little bit easier for the spoon-fed people? Or maybe it's a little bit harder because they probably was spoon-fed and then you know they don't know, they ain't got that grind. But I think they all get to the same outcome. Some of them got plus and minuses, and some of them may get to the outcome a little bit quicker. Some of them may take a little bit longer, but I think it really just depends. And to be honest, some of them niggas may never make it to the outcome. The spoon-fed or the non-spoon-fed.
What is the outcome?
The outcome is like pretty much being like successful. Feel me?
Okay. Let me add on to this. Okay. So the outcome for a non-spoon-fed nigga is not success. The outcome is not being locked up. The outcome is not being dead before you turn 21. The outcome is having a normal little house, a normal little crib, a normal little job, just to feed your family, and it's hard for you to even feed yourself. So from a spoon-fed person, they already have all that security in their back. And something different is when you go to a spoon-fed environment, you're not going to see cops posted up on every block.
Right.
So the outcome changes.
Well, you might, because they got extra security.
That's cool. The security is for them. It's not against them.
I got you.
So when you go to the hood or you go to a poverty-stricken place, they don't have security. They got police on the block trying to lock you up. So the outcome change exponentially, whatever that goddamn TI say. The outcome change. So when you look at if you spoon-fed, if you spoon fed, does that change your outcome versus if you're not spoon fed? Now you got a whole bunch of variables when you're not spoon fed. Police is one of them. Being locked up is one of them.
Shit, the variables. I think the police variable would be both
It's
spoon
not.
fed and non-spoon fed.
Why? If it's more
Because-
police in the hood versus the suburbs for spoon fed people, how is that the same variable? Just because you black.
Cause you black.
Just because you black does not mean that you have the same variables. If you're spoon fed,
And just because you are or not spoon fed does not mean you have the same variables. Then, because if you're not gonna add everything, you know what I mean?
no, add everything. Add the spoon fed
Then,
versus
you gotta
the
add
poverty
black
stricken.
and everything.
The black. Go ahead.
The
We
black.
all we talking about
But
black.
no
We talking about black.
dads. You can have money.
No dads,
and have
cool.
No dads, no parents, adopted.
No parents, cool.
You know what I mean? The
Cool.
cars can get
No,
a
add
lot of
all
cars
that.
in there.
Black, no parents, whatever, adopted, whatever you add. You didn't. Now, when it come with police, right? When it come with hunger strikes, right? When it come with you hungry as fuck, you gotta go ahead and get it, right? When it come with niggas trying to rob you, right? It's a difference between the spoon fed versus the non-spoon fed. When you come up in a community that wants your neck,
Facts.
or whatever you got on your neck versus everybody got down their neck, that's not a problem you got to worry about. The only thing you got to worry about is impressing your family. It's not about impressing family when you from the poverty-stricken area. When you poor, it's not about how much can I impress niggas. Nigga, it's about living tomorrow. That's what it's about. Yes.
What I'm saying, no, yeah, of course.
That's what it's about. If you poor, nigga, it's about living tomorrow. It's
that's
about
what
not getting locked
poor
up today.
And rich. No, rich people don't want to get locked up. Rich people want to live
They're
tomorrow.
not even worrying about
gonna
getting
be the
locked up.
same.
They don't have to go out there and get their
I know
own.
plenty of poor people who don't worry about being locked up. Most people don't really worry about being locked up unless they're doing something that can get them locked up. Just because you're poor don't mean you're gonna necessarily do stuff that's gonna get you locked up. You can be poor and somebody who read who
Everybody
who
do
loves to
stuff.
read books, who love to study. You know what I mean? Just you might just be poor.
Everybody do stuff to get locked up. The rich do
Facts.
shit to get locked up, and the poor do shit to get locked up.
Facts,
But
facts.
the police is at the poor man door. The police ain't at the rich man door. So when it comes to are you doing shit to get locked up, this is America. This is what we do. We Americans. We steal countries. We get rid of people, and we live on that country and say this is our shit. But when the police is at the neck of the poor people versus the rich, this is a consequence. This is the cards that you're dealt.
It may make it a little bit harder. I mean, matter of fact, it's not gonna make it a little bit harder. It may increase the chance of you getting caught if you do something bad. Yeah, but it's just a chance if you do something bad. If you don't do nothing bad and you're poor, what do you got to worry about?
You know what my lawyer told me
What's going on?
one
Just 'cause
time?
you're poor?
My lawyer said, you know the difference between you and I? He said, yo, I had a whole party. We all snorted a whole bunch of coke, broke every law. The only difference is you got caught. The reason you got caught is because of where you came from. We had police at our party snorting coke with us.
Facts.
But the difference is you're a target. Now, is that an effect and an outcome? Did that change your outcome and the effects of your outcome? Of course. Now you got to work
I'm
harder.
saying that it's not just about they're not targeting them because they're poor, because there's a lot of people who don't get targeted that's poor.
Who?
White folks, regular people, and a lot of people.
Okay,
They
yeah.
targeted them. They targeted them because of most of the time it's some racial stuff or some bias, some pre-bias stuff. Whether they're mad at them about music or about, cause I don't know, but they're not looking to lock up poor people.
They're looking up to lock up poor black people.
Yeah, they're looking up lock up black people.
Because because okay, when you look at black people that's not poor, it's about connections in life. When you poor, you have no connection. You don't have a spoon to feed yourself. When you come from, let's say you come from a situation, right, and you have connections. Money is just one thing, but you got connections. Now, when that person get locked up, guess what that person could do? Call this person, and make sure that shit get moved out the way.
Right.
Now you don't have to worry about that. That's not your rap sheet. But when you poor, you got PD, you got public defender.
Yeah, I mean, if you get caught, then yeah.
Most times in the community you get caught, bro.
Yeah,
It's not
because
it's when you get
a lot
caught.
of cops down there, and then when you're doing something, if you're doing something bad, most likely you're gonna get caught because there's a lot of extra cops.
Bro, everybody do something bad. Niggas smoke weed every day. It's illegal in Georgia.
Facts.
That's nigga break the law every single day. It's just how.
And if you was with your rich friends, what you think?
Excuse me?
I said if it was some rich dude chilling with his people that happened to be in a poor neighborhood, they all black, they all smoking weed. You think just the poor people gonna go to jail?
That's what I was talking about. It's connections. So when the rich friends have connections, and they got parents that got connections from works,
Facts.
they can call someone up. It's not just about going to jail for 5 seconds. That's easy. Anybody go to jail for 5 seconds.
Facts.
It's about will you stay there for years to come and then stay there for more years to come because you don't got the connection. And then when you stay there, is your name gonna be fucked up? Versus when you stay there for a week and cry to your mama or your not even your mama, cry to your connections and get them to get you up out of there. So the cards that you dealt in life affects the way your outcome. It does. For me, it does. I've seen it. I've seen rich niggas.
So let me ask you this question, right? 'Cause you know where that saying came from with the playing cards, right? Poker, right?
Yeah. Cards.
Because,
I got you.
Poker. Because no matter what the hell you dealt with that poker, with inside that game match, what you dealt, it just pretty much depends with what you use with it. You can be dealt a royal flush, but if you don't know what the hell you're going on, you fuck around and throw down your hand. You just lost hella money for no reason when you could have just took off for everybody. Or if it's a good, person with a shitty hand who knows how to bluff. You know what I mean? He know how to bluff. Everybody end up calling. He end up winning. I mean, he end up not losing, so he up. You know what I'm saying? He's still good.
So when Emmett Till was dealt that card he got, and he blew a kiss at a woman, he should have known how to bluff.
No.
That's the card that was dealt.
Blowing the kiss at the woman was him playing his cards.
Yeah, but
the card that he dealt was he was
being
dealt
killed.
the black card.
Him being killed.
He was dealt the black card.
He should have known how to bluff. How can you know how to bluff in a society that don't give a fuck about the rules?
You just gotta have that. You just gotta have it. It's not even about
have
bluffing.
what?
You just gotta have it in you. It's all about cause and effect. You're gonna get everything has consequences in life, right?
What do you gotta have in you? I'm confused. You said you gotta have it in you. What do you gotta have in you? When Emmett Till?
Who's Emmett Till?
Okay.
Who's Emmett Till?
Emmett Till was a young man from Chicago. He went down south. He blew a kiss at a Caucasian woman, white woman, in a store.
Facts.
And they hung him, they drug him, they burnt him. He died.
Yeah.
He been dead. The lady lied on him.
Facts.
So when look. In that time, that was the cards that was dealt for that kid.
The
that
card that he
individual.
was dealt. The card that he was dealt.
That was being black in America.
Being black.
So how would you have
That's
did
the
it
card that he
different
got dealt.
when you blew the kiss at that white woman? How would you do it different?
I probably would have never been down there.
Okay, cool. He was a kid, you know what I'm saying? His
Right,
mom
he
sent him
was.
down there to his aunt and uncle's house.
Yeah.
So you being down there, you're going regardless. That's beyond you. So what I'm trying to give you is the same scenario. How would you have did it different in that time so you don't be hung, drugged, burnt, and
what time?
killed?
What time was it? Was it back in the days?
Like 19, I can't remember. It was so long
Back
ago.
in the days, they wanted to what?
Yeah, it was back
in.
in the days. A man from Mississippi, a black man, and this year just got killed. They cut this man apart, cut off his private parts. He texts his mama and say, "Mama, if I die, it's because of this person. I'm scared." And they found this man, dismembered body, scattered around, and they say it's no foul play. So from the cards that you're dealt, now let's go past the spoon fed and the poverty.
Facts.
The cards that you dealt as a black man, how would you have did it different? Would you would text your mom, "I'm gonna be good because
I don't
of
know
the way I
about that
think"?
situation. I was talking about the Emmett Till situation. But regarding the Emmett Till situation,
That was old.
If it was back in the days, I would know better.
Now, that's why I said today.
Facts.
A man just happened today. That's why I was trying to
And
give
then
you something
did it
different.
happen? Why did it happen?
Because the cards that he's dealt, he's a black.
No, but what happened?
he's-
What's happened? Where was he at? What was the story?
He's in Mississippi. I just laid out the whole thing.
He was in the state, yeah, but where in the state? You
I don't know
what I mean? What was
exactly
he
where
doing
at in
the state?
Mississippi. He
And
worked at a job.
I
He said-
can't really do nothing about
So
that.
what I'm asking you is the
talking
cards
about
that's
Martin.
dealt.
That was recent, right? That wasn't
Okay,
1990.
Trayvon Martin, what you had did different than buy a bag of Skittles? What you have, because Trayvon Martin died for a bag of Skittles and a hoodie. So what, in the situation that you was in, would you not have bought that bag of Skittles?
I thought he got shot while he was going, after he got the Skittles. Was he just walking or going for a run?
Trayvon Martin?
Yeah, who was going for a run?
No, you talking about that black man in Georgia. Trayvon Martin had a hoodie on him. He bought a bag of Skittles.
Yeah, I know about that. So
You talking about Ahmed Aubrey.
So he was just walking?
He was Ahmed Aubrey was the same way how a lot of people was checking the house that was for sale. He walked in the house and he was on a route where he'd be jogging. He stopped at the house multiple times and it was racist men that stopped him and then killed them. But they got locked up. But besides the point, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. But what have you did different so you could still be here? Not him being gone and not him being prosecuted, not them being prosecuted. But that's besides the point. Because when King Khufu is gone, it doesn't matter about the people that we prosecute. It matters about you and the family that care about you, that you're not here no more. But that's getting, okay, so do I think
What?
Do I think the cards you dealt affects your outcome? Of course. This is America.
I would say it will affect getting. It may not will. It may affect you getting to your outcome quicker, or it may slow it down. But I feel like if you are gonna get to your outcome, no matter what cards you're dealt, you're gonna get to your outcome.
What is your outcome? Like
Success.
I said, what is your outcome?
Success.
What is the definition of your success? What is success to you?
Freedom. Financially freedom.
Okay, if it's freedom, at times it does affect your outcome. If you look at statistics in America, there's a lot of black felons.
Facts. A lot of white
Black
felons.
male felons. If you look at incarceration, there's a lot of Caucasian felons as well. I'm gonna put that quotation part.
Right.
If you look at the statistics, how many black people in America is locked up versus white people? They say we got 13% of the population. 80% of people that's incarcerated is black. It doesn't make sense. So it's white people that's felons as well. But I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them.
They got dealt the white card, bro. We can't do nothing about that. We got dealt the black card.
So does it? Okay. Does it affect your outcome?
Even though
Yes.
I got dealt the black card and someone else got dealt the white card, and we still may have the same outcome, it did not affect that outcome.
It affects you because
it may have slowed down my outcome because the black card may have gave me extra bumps inside that road. It may have slowed down me getting to the outcome, but I was gonna get to the outcome regardless because that's who I am. And that white person or that whoever person, the gifted person with who's spoon fed. You know what I mean? Him being spoon-fed may slow down his outcome because he's been spoon-fed. He's just so used to just sitting around being blessed by his people all the time. Or it may speed up his stuff because the people that he's spoon-fed with may be like some good business people that's going to, you know what I mean, put him on game. It's just by the end of the day, though, the spoon-fed person and the unspoon-fed person both have the potential to get to the same spot.
No, everybody has potential to do a lot of things.
It just depends on how you play it.
That's not what we're talking about. It's the variables. It's the variables.
What's the variable?
The variables. I just named a whole
black?
bunch. No, I just named a whole bunch.
Jail?
Bro,
What's the
jail.
variable?
Okay, for instance, jail. Being in an environment that you have to go out there and get it for your own food, for your own shirt. Okay, spoon-fed niggas don't gotta get it for they shirt, they clothes, they cars, they fucking houses. It's so much help that they have. Spoon-fed, everything is spoon-fed. So when you got to get it from the bottom up, bro, it's no type of spoon-fed nothing. You got to go out there and get it. You can't just call 1-800,
You don't think
can
having
you help
a good
me?
mom, having like a good mom or a good supportive mom, whether you were broke or not, would make you spoon-fed as well?
Excuse me?
Having like a good mom or a good parent figure, whether you got money or not, would make you spoon-fed?
Hell no. Do you know what
Why?
spoon-fed is? Spoon-fed is niggas
Spoon-fed
that
is
get
having a good life. It's
no.
not about having money. It's about having that extra parent. It's
We
about
gotta-
having
we
that
need
good
to
life.
Google what
It's about growing
spoon-fed
around
is.
fed that. Of course, they're gonna
That's
say
not-
a silver spoon. You got the gold spoon, whatever.
Yeah, that's not spoon-fed. Spoon-fed is not spoon-fed is not someone that just tell you, hey, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Hey, we got to get it. Spoon-fed is a nigga that's spoon-fed. It's not niggas saying, you know what, Peter Pan, hey, today we going to eat fucking marshmallows and chicken, rotisserie chicken, and macaroni and cheese. And just imagine it, son. Imagine that food. That don't change your hunger. You're still going to be hungry. Spoon-fed is niggas that get fed by that person or by them people. Does that affect it like a motherfucker?
So it says spoon-fed, right? Provide for someone with so much help or information that they do not need to think for themselves. So that pretty much means that the spoon-fed people are at a disadvantage because
At a disadvantage on what?
because in
To
life,
what? To what sense? In life,
they're
on
so
what
spoon-
sense?
I'm talking about to act on their own, to do stuff on their own. They have no drive. They have no reason to work.
What?
So
Go back. What does spoon-fed mean again? Because what does it mean? Bring that back.
Spoon-fed, provide for someone with so much help or information that they do not need to think for themselves.
So niggas that's poverty-stricken, I'm trying to tell you something.
Need to think for themselves, right?
They gotta do a lot for themselves.
Exactly.
They ain't have nobody else to
Exactly.
think for them.
Maybe that helped them out though.
No,
That made them work a little bit harder.
That's one part. That's one part. That's one
That's
part.
the biggest part. You got people who's gonna work. You got people not gonna
The
work.
biggest
You got
part
people who's gonna
is
ponder
surviving
inside
the next
being
day.
poor, and you got people who's gonna.
The biggest part
thrive
is
and
surviving
using
the
it.
next day.
That's not everybody thinks like that.
Because
Not everybody thinks
spoon-fed
about-
niggas don't think like that because they don't have to. What are you talking about?
I know people who has never been, I'm talking about the real trenches, not just the I
What
was
real
poor,
trenches?
I didn't have no
What
dad.
real
I'm talking about
trenches?
the real depths like
What
shit.
real trenches?
I know people that still don't they don't have to think about, they don't have to be scary, they don't have to be none of they don't have to
Scary.
think about that.
That's a spoon-fed way of thinking. Scary. What does scary got to do with anything?
Why
It's
are
not
you so
about being
paranoid?
scary.
Why are you so paranoid?
Bro.
You don't have to be poor or rich to be paranoid. Paranoid comes with you just being
You know
yourself.
what?
If I'm
Paranoid.
black, whether I was
Paranoid come from
spoon-fed or not,
experience.
whether I was spoon-fed or not,
Paranoia come from experience.
It does
See, a
not.
lot of spoon-fed
I know
people.
a lot of young people who's
A lot of
paranoid for no
spoon-fed
reason,
people
for no
don't
reason.
have to be paranoid because they don't have no experience. They don't understand that this nigga over here is doing this. This person right here is doing this. What do you have to be paranoid about? You don't know paranoia because you haven't dealt with something that actually creates
But
paranoia.
Who are you to say that they're not paranoid? Because
You
what,
just
they
said
have
that.
money.
You just
They
said
have
that.
money?
You just said that. What are you
didn't say they
talking
wasn't
about? You said you
paranoid.
don't have to be paranoid.
They don't have to be paranoid. What do you
Okay,
mean?
so what do you mean?
You just said
You just
that
said they don't
were
have to be
I'm saying that
paranoid.
they're not paranoid.
Huh?
Why would and nobody has to be paranoid. You get what I'm saying? So just because you're broke, just because
We just said why you gotta be paranoid
Just
because of
because you live in
police,
South- Yeah,
because
the
of
police,
niggas,
you could be
because of
paranoid
so
with
much
police.
different things. Because of when you locked up, you're paranoid, bro. When you gotta drive
So what's
around,
the difference of being spoon-fed? Just having money? Being white? What's the difference being spoon-fed?
you just looked up the definition. But
Well,
I
said,
can
what's
give
your
my
definition?
definition.
I want to hear yours.
My definition of being spoon-fed, like I've been saying for a second, spoon-fed people don't have to go out there and get their own. They don't gotta go out there and get their shirt on their back. Now,
telling
at
me
the
the
time,
poverty-
at the
you telling me
time,
the poverty
okay,
people gotta
go
go in
ahead,
there
go
and
ahead,
get
go
their
ahead,
stuff on the
go ahead,
back,
go ahead, go ahead.
Do the
Because you
poverty
cut me
people gotta
off.
go and
I
get
didn't
their
even
stuff on the
finish.
back? All right,
Go ahead. No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Do the poverty people have to get their stuff on their back? I mean, have to get their stuff regardless? You telling me just because he's a kid, whether that mom had money or not, she's gonna do everything to make sure that dude got everything he got. You know what I mean?
Sometimes whatever she do is not enough.
Facts. And then
Sometimes,
that's an occasion.
look, listen, an occasion.
A rare occasion, right?
It's not rare. It's definitely not rare. It's definitely not rare at all.
It just depends
Because
on how you play
it's
your
definitely, I
cards.
don't know no rare. I don't know no. Okay, cool. It's probably rare to you. It's not rare to me. I seen hella niggas that they mom had to go out there and get it and didn't have enough. Hella, all my peoples, we bros. All my peoples been like that. It's not rare. I've seen rare occasions where it's spoon-fed niggas. I don't be around spoon-fed niggas. That's a rarity to me. For niggas to have it, or for their parents to have it, or to help them, that's rare to me. But niggas that had to go out there and get it, that's not rare. That's a known shit in the community that I came from. You know what I'm saying? From the community I came from, that's known shit. From the people that I grew up with, that's a known thing. That's not rare. That's real to this day. And it's still the same way. It haven't changed because now we're just getting older. I'm old. So it haven't changed. But niggas got
Why hasn't changed?
being
Being around spoon-fed
people. No. They, like you just said, you jumping. But the question you just asked from the jump, you say for they people to already have it and blase or something like that, their mom already have it. They haven't changed today, but they older now, so they got to go out there and get it themselves. Yeah. This is something they have to do.
As most
look. As most people
who gets older,
let me just finish. Let me just finish.
They're adults.
Let me finish. You can't cut me off. I gotta get to that point. This is an obligation they gotta have amongst themselves, because a lot of time people from poverty-stricken places, you know, mamas die, fathers die
Because they're broke? No.
Did I say that?
You said the poverty-stricken people, mamas die. Yeah, you pretty much did.
No, did you hear me say that?
No, I didn't hear you say that. I just explained
thank
why I
you,
thought
thank you,
that.
thank you.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
mamas die,
Rich people, mamas die.
fathers die,
Same.
but they gotta go out there and get it regardless.
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
talking about rich people. I'm not talking about rich people. I'm talking about poor people.
And I'm talking about.
I'm talking about. Listen. You're not letting me. Okay, go ahead.
People may have that harder life to start with.
Yes.
Right? But that don't mean they have to have that hard life to finish with. If they want to think about jail and think about being locked up,
They don't gotta think about jail.
They can.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
They don't have to. Exactly. They don't have. They can think about other stuff.
Of course.
And then that's just built. They know what that thinking about other stuff is. That's how you play in your hand. If you think about being paranoid, think about doing other stuff, doing paranoid stuff.
Thinking about being paranoid, doing paranoid stuff.
You playing
Okay.
your paranoid hand.
You're
If
playing your
if you're not
paranoid
saying,
hand.
Fuck that shit, yeah, that's how you play. You playing the paranoid game. If you over here just chilling, doing your stuff, yeah, oh yeah, you have poverty, yeah, you didn't have the best, PlayStation, you didn't have the best TV.
That's what you think.
didn't have this
That's
right
what you
here.
think poor
But you
people
had
think
the
about
best mama.
PlayStation and TV.
No, but
That's
you just said
something
earlier that poor people think about being
that's
locked
some-
up every single time. You
I
did
didn't
that at the
say. I
beginning of
didn't
the
say
video.
nothing about PlayStation. That's some. That's
Run it
some,
back.
That's PlayStation. Where am I
No,
running back?
no, I'm talking about you said something about
I said
poverty.
PlayStation, bro.
Poverty. Yeah.
PlayStation. What are you talking about? Run back. What I
I
gotta
say
run
about
back?
that place, I'm talking about the simple fact
Okay.
that you said.
Okay,
Right?
go ahead. Then I'm gonna add on, because I don't know. You're so lost and so
You
deep
said
into
that
it.
pretty much
You're
being
adding more shit. Go ahead.
Being broke, right? They mean, they have to think about the cop. They got to think about this.
I said when they broke and they got to go out there and get it themselves, bro.
Yeah, if you got to get it yourself, then that's your
That's
problem.
what you gotta think about,
you
bro.
don't have to go on the street and get it yourself. You can go get yourself a job and get it yourself.
Bro, at 12
You
years
go get
old,
yourself-
have you ever got a job at 12?
No, why would I need a job
Of course
at
you
12
didn't.
o'clock?
Of course you
Why?
didn't. You never got a job at 12, because in America they don't
I
let
had
you
a
get
job-
jobs at
I had a
12,
job
bro.
at 16.
They don't let you get a job at 12.
got a
16
job when I
is
got
the
a
job
job.
you could get one, bro.
Facts.
At 12 they don't let you get jobs, bro. So that you don't know that.
I
do you
know that?
Can you get a job at 12?
No,
Can you
I
get-
just said I got a job.
Okay, thank you.
When the first time the job came available, I got a
For
job.
what? For who?
For myself.
For who? No, not for yourself, but for who? A job come available for who? For yourself, but for let's go widespread.
For somebody.
For who?
What do you mean?
For kids, you can't get on job at 12 years old, bro.
Yeah,
This
why would
America.
why would you need to get a job at 12 years old? Yeah, I understand.
Why
that.
would you need to get a job? See, Okay.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah, CEO, yeah.
Why would you need to get a job at 12 years old?
And then even
Why
if you
would
do
you need to get a job at 12 years old? Why? Why would you have to get a job at 12 years old? I'm asking you that. Why would you have to get a job at 12?
To support myself.
For what?
For what? You mean for what?
For what?
For life.
For life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Can
would you have to get a job at 12?
No,
Why would you have to get a job at 12?
Look.
Why would you have to get a job at 12?
So for
The same
instance.
reason.
So for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Cool fool. This is what we're gonna do. I like this conversation. I don't like it. I don't want to put it up. It's too much going back and forth.
All right.
We're gonna do something different. So we got two different perspectives, and I understand 100%. But you feel like I don't know if you spoon fed or not. I don't know. But the way that you coming off at me as if you spoon fed, and you coming at me like I'm wrong for saying my truth.
It's a
and you
I'm not saying you're
screaming at
wrong.
me like
I'm not saying that I'm wrong.
I'm not saying none of that shit, bro. But you coming at me like as if you defending spoon fed niggas. I don't understand this shit.
I'm just spitting.
Yeah, you come at me like, nigga, why do you gotta get a job? Like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know nothing about that shit. I don't know nothing about no spoon-fed shit, nigga. When I got a car by my goddamn self at 13, my nigga. The reason why I got ain't a good job, bro. Nah, ain't about that person, bro. This is when you gotta go out there and get it from the motherfucking mud, bro. All that other shit. All that shit different, bro.
Some people aren't gonna do that.
I don't want to do that.
Some people
I don't like that. That's not what I'm gonna do. I don't want to do that. I thought we were gonna stop the podcast. Nah, I know I'm stopping. I'm talking to you as a brother. I don't want to go back and forth on that. We're not going back. You come, nigga. You coming at me hard as fuck, bro. I'm not just saying this shit. I just why I ain't
I'm just doing it now.
I ain't gonna like the topic.
We should never did.
I didn't.
I'm just doing a podcast like
the way that you coming at me, yeah, you are.
I'm not coming at you.
You are, bro.
We're not even talking about you. We're not even talking about
But
you.
this shit crazy as fuck, bro. You coming at me hard.
You are listening to House of Giants Podcast.